there. Thank you so much for watching the podcast with Angelo Christian. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay on the sound. I know you said earlier you couldn't hear me too well. It should be coming in fine. It says that we're getting good audio on our end. If you guys can confirm if you're watching, let me know if you got how the audio is. On my side, it says that the audio is good. If anybody's watching, let me know what you hear on your side. If anybody can give me a thumbs up and let me know how the audio is. It says on my side the audio is good. Okay. Cool. Appreciate you guys watching. This is our last show before 2025. We're super excited. Getting ready to roll into next year, and it's expected that interest rates are supposed to come down by 1%. So we're just finishing up this year, pre New Year's celebration. We got the good stuff that I pulled out tonight. One of my favorite bourbons, Blanton's, is definitely in my top 10. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely damn good. So I hope you guys had a great Christmas. And it's all about now, goal setting, getting ready for 2025. A lot of people for 2024 they struggled, and who knows? I mean, it's just kind of one of those things that a lot of people didn't do as good as they should have. And we want 2025 to be a better year, prosperous. And we think that for real estate, it's going to be a very good year. More money, higher values, lower interest rates, better opportunities for especially for investors, flippers. Hey, Brian, what's up, man? Yeah, it's not bad. There's other ones that are. I mean, it's good, and sometimes you can get you can find. I mean, usually like where I find it at is either sometimes at Costco every once in a while, or like, the little hole in the wall liquor stores. You're not going to get it like at mainstream liquor stores. Now, Booker's, I like Booker's a lot better, much higher proof. There's a little book. There's all kinds of. I mean, there's all kinds of. I mean, it's you know, there's some Wellers. I mean, the Weller 12, Larue. There's so many good ones, man. Colonel E.H. Taylor. I mean, just a bunch of good ones. But I wish I could do a show on just bourbons and whiskeys and stuff like that. But I mean, I love having a good bourbon, and it's a good way to finish out the year. I hope that you guys are getting ready, geared up for 2025. We want it to be super successful for you. Obviously, making a lot of money in real estate. We have some new programs that we've rolled out. A multifamily FHA zero down home buyer program for 2025. You can literally buy a duplex property with zero down, 100% financing, and lease out one of the units. Um, Thanks, guys. Yeah. Well, if you're ever on the rocks, man, a lot of my buddies they drink on the. I like it neat. I like the taste, the work. But they have those cold rocks that you can heat up that don't melt. In fact, one of my buddies got some of those for Christmas. The stones, you heat them up in the freezer, so it doesn't melt and then mess up the drink. So, I mean, everyone's different, man. Um, I personally like higher proof stuff, and just everyone's different on that. So, but I drink it just for the taste, and I don't drink it to get messed up. I just drink it for the relaxation. Obviously, man, there's a lot of science making this stuff. It's pretty interesting. If you look up all the science in making it, it's pretty phenomenal. So that's what I admire about it, just like cigars and all that. It's pretty amazing. But anyway, yeah, I mean, there's um, a lot of great whiskeys out there and scotches and bourbons and cigars and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to come talk to you guys live before the end of the year. Wednesday's going to be the new year. Tuesday's New Year's Eve. Um, yes, I have had moonshine. Yeah, Yeah, I've had good and bad experiences with that. So, so I think it just depends whoever makes it. I personally like higher proof stuff. I mean, I don't mind drinking stuff that's 125, 130 proof if it's made right. You know, like he was mentioning, Russell was mentioning Booker's. Booker's is great. But yeah, so anyway, the kind of a couple things that I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight before we wrap up the year is, if you're looking to get into real estate, we really believe that 2025 is going to be a great year for investing. You can do like Section 8 is going to be a big thing for 2025. Trying to build up your portfolio, get mailbox money, trying to buy multifamily, trying to invest, whether you do it by yourself or the partnership. We have a lot of investor loan programs that we do, like VSCR, Bridge, Fix and Flip, No Doc. And the thing that I think it's really important, the message for tonight is, let's make 2025 a better year than 2024. Help to create more value for the people around you, create more economic clout, and be in a better financial position and have a happier, healthier life, right? Because you always, in my opinion, you want to get better, you don't want to go back. And so learning the lessons, I think, is very important. And what is real can real estate help you? Can it help to bring more income? One of the things that we talk about in our channel and trying to help our clients and our friends and our customers is to create more wealth. And by investing in real estate, you can do that. And we, as lenders, investors, have the products to be able to help you guys out there to generate more, more wealth. And what we'd like to do is, preach that the rental income or the passive income that you create should exceed your job income. So if you're making $10,000 a month from your job, the goal should be that you should be creating greater than or equal to on that on your rental income. So one day you can retire. You can't rely on Social Security and pension and all this stuff. You got to take matters into your own hands and create that wealth. And real estate is one of the best vehicles to do that. Even if you're trying to buy your own primary residence, I mean, so many people that I meet every day where they bought their primary residence and it had a massive increase of equity, and either they sold that house and cashed out and bought more properties, or they did a line of credit, invest and buy more properties. You can't go wrong if you're buying great real estate assets for the long term. Maybe in the short term, the key is it has to be a great asset, right? You can't be buying junky properties and junky locations. I think that your largest DSCR lender is tightening qualification metrics. I have not. We have not done that. We're a direct lender, and we are getting more aggressive. I think it depends on the lender. Hey, Connie. Best product for first time buyer. I mean, we have FHA zero down. We have first time buyer tax credit. We have conventional down payment assistance. It just depends. I mean, my initial thought would be to use FHA. So, yeah, I mean, it just depends on the lender. Some lenders, they have gotten too aggressive. Maybe they got in trouble. I don't know who the lender is. But everybody's different. They get their money from different sources, how they underwrite their loans, how they service them. Um, so you got to be smart with what you're doing. Now, if you're doing, crazy stuff, like, I mean, I think where you get in trouble with loans that don't make sense. If a loan doesn't make sense, you're probably going to get in trouble with it. Like, for example, like a no doc, no credit, zero down loan. That loan doesn't make any sense. So if you're doing those type of loans, you're not gonna be in business for a long time, or not gonna pay you back. That scenario. There was lenders that were doing that before COVID, you know, and they're shut down now because it didn't, So it just depends on the situation. Um, you know, I mean, we are very aggressive and we do asset-based loans. But if it's a no credit score loan, you're not getting more than 65% loan to value. So Mr. Layback, 523 credit score. It depends on the type of loan that you're trying to do. You can still do a primary residence like FHA or VA, down to a 500 credit score. Um, but you can also do asset based. But if you're trying to do asset based and like an investor loan with that score, you're going to be, yeah, you could do FHA. We go down to 500 with FHA. Now, with under 580 credit score, you have to put 10% down. If you have a 580 to a 619 credit score, it's 3.5% down. Then if you have a 620 or higher credit score, you can do zero down with us. Some companies are different. They will require you have 640, 660, whatever. A lot of people don't even believe that we go down to a 500 credit score. In fact, it's so crazy because the FHA and the VA have no credit score requirements. They put on the lender to decide, and people don't believe it. They think we're a scam and all this crap. But I mean, you can look it up, go read, go Google FHA and VA's guidelines. They have no credit score requirements, and so it's up to the lender to decide what score they. Yeah, if they had 523, they're going to have at least 3 months reserve. So, what is your rate for 50K loan? Trying to buy a fixer upper. Yes, Mr. Layback, that would be a mortgage, an FHA mortgage. A fixer upper at 50K is going to be tough for us. If you're trying to do a fix and flip, our minimum is usually 100,000. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that for 50K. That's hard, really hard for um, commercial private lenders like us to do loans under 100,000. I would say try to go to a credit union or not a local private guy or something like that in your area. If the loan is 50,000, that's I mean, you know, let's say just see if you can find a private investor or a local guy to help you. It's going to be difficult for a lender like us to go that small. And it's not anything personal. It's just how it is. So, um, oh, okay, 100,000. Well, if you're doing a short-term bridge loan fix and flip, those rates are starting at 10%. If you're doing like a long-term investor loan, like a rental loan, those are starting like at 6%. So it just depends. But then on the fix and flip, the bridge loan, that's only for the short term if you need rehab money. We'll give you 100% cash back for the rehab money. Then you can take that to refinance. If you want to keep the property and turn it into a long-term rental, or if you want to sell it, obviously there's no prepayment penalty if you sell. So it just depends on what your exit strategy is. I hope that answers your question. Some good questions tonight, guys. I appreciate the feedback and the back and forth. That's great. And remember, so do you buy a home in Texas and live out of state? You're welcome, Benny. Oh, keep it for rental? Yeah. Yeah, if you're keeping it for rental, you could just do a long term. You can close in an LLC or you can close in your personal name. If you close in the LLC, then it doesn't report to your personal credit, just reports to the EIN. So that's good. Um, and then laid back, if you can buy a house in Texas, but like if you're using FHA, you have to live in the house. So you can do if you're not going to live there. It really depends on your situation. Like if you're like in a transient type deal where you go back and forth, that might work. But like you have to it has to be your primary residence, right? Now, if you do a rental loan, an investment property loan, then it doesn't matter, right? So it just depends on um, Also depends on the type of job there. Some people work remote, and when you work remote, um, then it doesn't matter either. But if you have to physically report to a location, um, like you work at a hospital or a car lot or something, then you have to be, and you're doing a primary residence loan, then you have to be employed in the city or within 100 miles of the home to the job. So, but like if you work remote, you could buy a house in Hawaii and work in New York if you work remote. So there's a lot. It gets kind of complicated, and it's the thing about um, you know about lending is like it's not um, there's a lot of gray area, and I think what happens where people get confused, they read the stuff online, and it's very confusing when you go online. Then they talk to a lender, and these lenders, a lot of them, they're reading off a script. They have no idea what they're doing. Um, have a great job out of state, but no good job in Texas. Uh, I, well, can you work remote, or do you work remote? And you're trying to buy a house in Texas? So I think that would depend. Okay, so you have a job outside of Texas and you cannot work remote. That person has credits for. No, if they have 20% down, then there's not a benefit to do that. Most first-time buyers do not have that we've seen in the last 20 years don't have 20% down. So there would be no benefit. They're better off going conventional. That would be the benefit. Is go conventional. You pay no mortgage insurance. Those rates are in the 5% range right now. Yeah, you can do conventional investment in Texas, but it has to be a second home or investment property if you don't have employment here and you can't work remote because they won't let you. If you don't have a transfer into Texas or a job offer within 60 days of the closing, you're not going to occupy that house. You do it as a second home, or you can do it as an investment property. Second homes with 10% down, investment properties with 15%. So, but yeah, it depends on the situation and what you have going on. So those are good questions, and we've done thousands of videos on all these topics, which is good. We want to make sure that it's top of mind with you guys because you want to make sure that one of the things that's also very important is when you're getting a loan that it's structured and packaged the right way. And really understanding and explaining your situation to the lender so they know how to put it together. Now, um, oh, there's nothing to be sorry about, Connie. Uh, anyway, yeah, explaining your situation I think is very, very important. Making sure people understand it, being transparent with them, giving them all the information so they can figure out. Now, unfortunately, that some lenders, if your situation is complicated or they don't feel like working, then they're just probably going to gloss over it and then not care. Yeah. And not try. I will say, sadly, in our industry, that if your situation is not very easy, a lot of lenders are not going to want to put in the work to figure it out. That's where we're different because we do care. We are going to put in the work to figure it out. If it's salvageable, and obviously we can't help everybody, but we're going to do our damnedest to make sure that we can help you to figure it out. If there is a way to get it done, we're going to come up with a route to help you. And the biggest thing is just being committed to the process to getting it done. There's going to be a process to get the loan done, and we got to work on that process together. So, you guys, I appreciate. Yeah, you guys have been very good tonight. I mean, don't forget to subscribe. subscribe, like that bell on there, enable notifications, share this with anyone that can get value out of the channel. We've been doing this for 7 years on social media. I've been lending for 20 years, helping hundreds of thousands of people all across America. We do nationwide commercial, residential, private lending. Um, yeah, well, the problem is that there's a lot of regulation. Thank you, Anthony. Happy New Year to you, brother. I wish you a great, prosperous year. The problem is that, or the challenge is, it's very hard when you make loans to people because of the laws. There's a lot of regulation, and also they are basing off of the default rates of loans. So if loans have a higher default rate, if you work out of state, then that makes it more riskier. And it takes about 2 years in some states to foreclose on people, about 50 grand to a lender. And they look at it from their standpoint. You look at it from your standpoint. It's just how it is, man. You know, just got to work within the confines of reality with it. Just do the best that you can. You know? But there is no magical, like, we have all the products, and we'll go to the infinite upper limit to figure things out. But there, at some point, there is no you know magic. You have to, okay. If I work out of state and I want to buy a house in Texas, then I got to either put 15 or 10 or 20% down, or transfer into Texas, or get a co-signer, or something, right? We do loans for tiny homes. Absolutely. So, right, yeah, no prepayment penalty. Well, if you're doing a long-term loan, 30-year, the rates are 6%. A short-term bridge loan is at 10%, but you may not need that if you're doing a rental property. You could probably just do a long-term loan, and those rates are starting at, depending on what you qualify for, starting at 6%. You may not need a bridge loan. I was comparing two different products. So, but if you're ready to go as a rental, you might just be ready for the long-term loan now. Those are 30-year loans, no prepayment penalty. So yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad that you guys, like, I wish you guys a great, uh, same thing, 30-year fixed starting at 6%. Minimum's 5% down on those tiny homes. You have to have at least a 650 or higher credit score. Full documentation with W-2s or taxes, no bankruptcy or foreclosure in the last 3 years. Maximum debt to income ratio 50%. So it does have to come with the land too. It can't be leased land. It has to be the land. But yeah, great questions, guys. And I hope that you guys have a prosperous 2025 and that you're super successful. If we can help with any type of funding, don't be a stranger. Reach out to Angelo Christian. You know where to find us. Call or text my office. We're here for you. We want to wish you a very happy new year with success to your friends, family, loved ones. Remember, call or text our office if we can help you, 832-431-6331. I appreciate all the help and support. You know where to find me. If you guys need to reach us, remember, open 7 days a week. Don't forget to subscribe, like that bell, enable notifications. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We appreciate all of your support. But thank you, guys. Take care. We love you. Have a great, prosperous 2025. We'll see y'all next year. Take care and peace out. Stay strong. All right, later. Bye bye.